All right, you guys, what's up? All right, so I had to do a video to this because this is just laughable. This is like probably one of the biggest sucker moves that I've ever seen in history. But dude, that's how he get down, man. These dudes be killing me how they be talking all this big boy stuff, and then when somebody take them to task, then all of a sudden they try to find a way out of it. But I know what it feels like to have somebody act like they want to shoot the fade. One goofy ass dude was talking like he was gonna pull up on me when he saw me, and when he saw me in Las Vegas, at Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, didn't do nothing, just was looking stupid, looking stupid, like a overgrown, roided up Louis Gossett Jr., you know, acting like he really wanted to fade, but he wasn't gonna do nothing. Had several chances to say something to me, and he didn't do shit. But it is what it is, though. You know, People be talking a good game, but then what I'm saying, they don't really be trying to play the game. But I ain't on that type of stuff. But if it need be, I'm always prepared to defend myself. But I ain't on that type of time. But you know what I'm saying, I can get on that type of time. But nevertheless, man, in case you guys don't know, Soulja Boy is he did probably one of the biggest punk moves I ever seen in history. This dude was talking tough on social media, like a lot of these dudes do. He was talking like he wanted to fade with Blueface. So basically, what happened was Blueface said, "Well, I'll pull up." So, you know, Blueface said, "Drop your location." So, he dropped his location, so Blueface thought. Blueface showed up, he wasn't there. He gave him a fake address. Now I can look at that from many perspectives. He could have been, if anything would have happened to Blueface, that would have been all on him. It would have looked like he set him up. But man, that's a sucker move right there, man. If you go sit up there and talk like you want the fake, then you know what I'm saying? You supposed to show up. But that's how a lot of these fake rappers is and stuff. A lot of these rappers, they can't afford to get seen on camera getting beat down and stuff. But Blueface, he's serious with that boxing stuff. Blueface really is trying to be like a professional boxer, though. Now, Blueface, he violated his probation. He not gonna sit for a year. They already said Blueface will be out by the summer, so Blueface gonna do probably a rough 6 months. He probably be out by June, July, August, worst case scenario. So he not gonna do a whole year. He got to sit he just got to sit to the summertime. Hopefully, get out the first half of the summer. So probably if he gonna do 6 months, he probably gonna get out like in July, probably like first, second week of July. Who knows? Maybe earlier. But just to sit up online and argue and act like you want to fade, and then you send somebody to a fake address and you don't even show up. Like this is what type of time these dudes is on, man. They talk like they want it, but then they really don't want it. But then again, keep in mind, Blueface, you know what I'm saying? Like he really was gonna put it on Soulja Boy, though. I'll take Blueface with the fade, though. I would have took 500 on Blueface, though. But Soulja Boy is the same dude that got pepper sprayed allegedly by Charleston White. He tried to pull up on Charleston White, and everybody knows I'm not a big Charleston White guy, because Charleston White showed what he really made out of when basically he was getting his ass beat at a barbershop, and basically he hid behind his wife. But that's but at the end of the day, people gonna still support him, like people gonna still support Soulja Boy. But I just thought that was hilarious, the fact that he basically sent dude on a wild goose chase. But at the end of the day, Soldier Boy ain't real with it anyway. Keep in mind, this was a dude that was, what I'm saying, supposed to be claiming GD. Now he claiming Fruit Town, Paru, and all this kind of stuff. So it's just laughable what these dudes be doing. And you know, and his reply to not showing up was just as bad as that pathetic freestyle that Ludacris came up with in response to Kevin Hart, which I got more Kevin Hart news coming up. I'm gonna do a video on the review of his new movie Lift that's being featured on Netflix, and then also something else going on with Kevin Hart. But Kevin Hart is literally proving Cat Williams completely right, and Steve Harvey is a piece of crap. There's footage of Steve Harvey stealing jokes from other people. But yeah, um, I just had to say this because, like I said before, man, these dudes be talking like that, but then they don't really be about that. Like, dude, you go sit up there, you go talk all this big boy stuff, because Soldier Boy, I think, living in Los Angeles somewhere. So Blueface basically said, "Well, let's run it." And I mean, Blueface said, "Well, here go the address." He sent the text he sent a text where to meet him at, and dude didn't even show up, man. Like that like I said, man, that got to be the biggest sucker move that I ever seen in my life, though. But dudes be moving like that, though, man, because I kind of didn't learn it. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to say I'm like super nigga and stuff, and I ain't trying to say I'm the most street dude out there. But then, like I said, if need be, I could get down though. But I didn't learn this so many times, and I failed for the okey doke before too. You know how many times I done had people saying, they gonna do this to me when they see me, they gonna do that, they gonna this is gonna happen. And then when I drop my location, nobody shows up. Or if the dude happened to show up, he comes shaking my hand or talking about he liked my channel and all this kind of stuff. And I'll just be like, man, I didn't learn. A lot of these dudes are just clout chasers, and then Soldier Boy, he trying to stay relevant because he ain't put out no hit song in like forever. This is a dude that really made his waves off one song that was just like I guess you could say at the time it was like a sensation. You know what I'm saying? It was a phenomenon, and that's pretty much it. And he rode the wave ever since. He did reality shows, he did little production, but I give him credit. He managed to stay relevant and keep his name out there because this is what these dudes have to do. But for him to sit up there and act like he wanted to smoke and then basically just just retreat or didn't even retreat, just basically not show up. And then his response to it was even more funnier. How he basically tried to talk, and then he trying to give some, you know, he tried to give a motivational speech about don't worry about it. Like, dude, shut your ass up, man. Like, dude, you went out. You went out. You ducked the fade, dude. Oh yeah, man, he went out, dude. How you gonna tell somebody that you want the fade and you give them an address and you don't show up, dude? Dude, that's like the biggest whole move ever. Like, man, he done. That's why I wanted, man. Hey, so if you get into it with him on social media and he say, man, well, pull up, just be like, why? You ain't gonna show up. He ain't gonna show up. I can tell you that right there. He ain't gonna. What's up, man? I can tell you most definitely he not gonna show up. So it ain't no reason to challenge Soldier Boy to a fake because he is not gonna show up. He gonna give you a fake address like he did Blueface. he gonna, he gonna give you a fake address. Hey, he said that boy on the straight wild goose chase. Like, dude, just like he just would, you know what I'm saying? He a mouse pad mobster. He a insta gangster, not an Instagrammer. He a insta gangster. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Davian, I'm in contact with Bill, man. I'm gonna call Bill later on to see can we make this happen with trying to get them into Atlanta. Well, you gotta understand, Hamza, that's the persona. This is the image that they perceive us as. This is what's supposed to be the definition, so-called, of a black man. How street you are. Basically attaching the streets to the whole Pookie and Ray Ray thing. It's all tied together. Keep in mind the dude that work a regular 9 to 5 and stuff, he considered soft and you know what I'm saying, boring and all that kind of stuff. And this is you hear this come out of the mouth of our own women. So that's why to a certain degree I don't take black women seriously at times. This is why I think a lot of black women is full of shit, and this is why I continue to call them out. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Because they don't never want to accept accountability because they part of the problem too. Because they perpetuate this bullshit. But yeah, Soulja Boy, man, he need to shut his ass up, man. So you guys know if you challenge Soulja Boy to a fade, he ain't gonna show up. But my thing is, don't talk like that if you ain't like that, dude. You should have just did the regular man. You know what I'm saying? F you, cuss him out, and bounced. Hey, the funny thing about Bow Wow now, Bow Wow claiming he a blood. He in all them dudes, man. Lil Wayne, fake too. When you ask what blood said put you on, Lil Wayne don't even know what blood said put him on and stuff. And then at first, Lil Wayne was trying to act like he was a Crip. Same thing with Bow Wow. Bow Wow, go look at the old videos of Bow Wow trying to sea walk. Snoop Dogg was really talking to Bow Wow on that song in the streets. He was saying, "Don't Crip walk if you ain't a game beggar." He was trying to act like he was a Crip. A lot of them dudes be talking that stuff, man. Nigga 35 and all of a sudden you didn't join the gang. Like, man, stop it. Nigga, you in your 30s, man. I mean, allegedly, but I never heard them call. I know the set that I know the set that Mac 10 from, but they was talking about Mac 10 is from I forgot what I think they called the Inglewood family. Mac 10 is supposed to be part of Inglewood family Bloods, but they was talking about they from the Magnolia Uptown Bloods. So they ain't so I don't know, man. I just thought that was hilarious because I could find this old video when Baron Davis made a documentary talking about gang banging in Los Angeles because Baron Davis is really from L.A. He really from L.A. He just went to school outside of L.A. But he made a documentary about the Crips and the Bloods, and then you could see Lil Wayne talk about, well, I don't really know nothing about the Crips and the Bloods, and I know the original version of Stunting Like My Daddy, Lil Wayne had his rag in the wrong pocket. Cause I'm from California. I'm from Northern California. We really don't red or blue out here. In the Bay Area, we really don't do the Crips and the Blood thing. And we ain't dissing Crip or Blood, but that's day culture. We got our own culture like in the Bay Area. We really don't do that red or blue stuff. And it's not unusual. Crips and Bloods, they come through all the time. But like as far as like actual sets and stuff, we really don't do that in the Bay Area. I was born and bred in Oakland, so I could tell you though. But I go to LA all the time and stuff. So, I'm just saying that ain't part of that ain't really part of our culture though, like in the Bay Area though. Just keeping it a buck though. Things is a little different out here. I ain't never if you even listen to any of my videos, I don't never claim Crip or Blood. I'm from what I'm saying, I claim the turf from the Dubs. Real talk. But nah, but that's the point I was just trying to make, man. People need to keep it real, man. Soulja Boy need to cut that stuff out. But yeah, as far as Wheezy and Baby them go, they be talking about some. They made up their own set and stuff. I know Mac 10 was supposed to put them on. Nah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Sacktown, yeah, Sacramento, yeah, they do that. Yeah, they do that. Sacramento style, but Sacramento ain't really close to Oakland. Sacramento is like an hour. Sacramento is like an hour outside of Oakland. Sacramento is like it's like an hour and some change from Oakland, and about 2 hours away from Reno. So, they do it in Sacramento, they do it in Stockton and stuff. But some parts of Stockton, they don't red or blue. Some people in Stockton be trying to claim turfs and stuff. But Sacramento, yeah, for sure. Garden Block, um, Oak Park, a few other places out there. I'm cool with some of the dudes from the Garden Block. Shout out to the homies in the Garden Block. Shout out to SGC, Samoan Gangsta Crip. So, I got a couple of homies from SGC. They call Samoan Gangsta Crip. So, I'm cool with everybody. But yeah, man, yeah, Soulja Boy, man, he went out like sucking, man. Just stop the cap, dude. Don't ever sit up there and challenge nobody to a fade and then don't show up, bro. Just do what everybody else do. Just talk your way out of it. Just duck. Just duck like Whack 100 been ducking J Diggs for like 6 months, ducking the fade. Ducking. He been ducking. But there you have it. Anyway, be back in 15 minutes, maybe 30 at the most. Next subject, Fat Joe need to mind his own business and stay out of black people's business because he ain't one of us.